Welcome to the Motivational Medium podcast. I'm Anne-Marie Lord, a psychic medium, author, and the founder of the Motivational Medium Academy. On this podcast, we'll explore intriguing topics such as mediumship, psychic abilities, and the amazing idea that we all have intuition within us. Whether you're a believer, skeptic, or somewhere in between, get ready to unlock your extraordinary potential as we discover the supernatural world together. If you want your questions featured on the show, be sure to join my tribe by subscribing to my newsletter at annemarielord.com. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome to episode 5 of my podcast, Motivational Medium. On today's episode, I wanted to talk to you about rebound or reset. So what do I mean by rebound or reset? Well, this is where when you get yourself into a funk, a little bit of a rut, how you can get out of it. So I wanted to do this because I was talking to my group the other week on our group coaching call. I run a 12-month program, and during the month we get videos sent out, but we also have a group call. And on the group call, I really felt that everybody within the group had actually reached a plateau or was finding a little bit of getting out of the groove or finding themselves in a little bit of a funk. And when I looked around and I thought about it, I've actually been in a little bit of a funk, and so have some of my friends. And I realised maybe it's to do with the weather. Maybe it's to do with the middle of winter and we're all feeling a little bit cold and don't want to socialise, don't want to go to the gym, don't want to go to meditation classes, whatever it is that you usually go to. And we found ourselves getting a little bit stagnant. And then I thought, okay, so what happens when I feel like that? What do I do? Or when life throws a curveball at me, what do I do? What is my rebound? What is my reset? What tools do I always go to get me back on track? And this is what I discussed with my group last month, was all to do with, what your resets are, what your rebounds are. Use them, get yourself back on track and get yourself out the funk. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it because, one, before I did all this stuff, I actually didn't know what my rebounds or reset was. Sometimes it might have been going and getting a glass of wine, especially a glass of red wine when it's cold, Let's eat some good food and let's drink some red wine, but not every night. It's not good for you every night. So we've got other tools and strategies that we can reach for when we feel like life gets a little bit funky, or a little bit heavy. So let me just explain. I spoke to you on last week's podcast about when I lost Angel, and I felt really low and I felt really, really sad. I was feeling me grief, if you like, or wanting to stay within this grief process. And that's okay to feel grief and to feel sad and to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. But what's not okay is to stay there. And how you can rebound out of this is by having tools and strategies. Now, my tools are my go-to, and they never ever change. So once you find your tools and strategies to go to, don't ever change them, okay? So my tools and strategies are either meditation, writing my journal of an evening time, me 3 gratitudes of a morning, and also going to a yoga class or the gym or Pilates, something like that, or even doing yoga at home. They're my 4 go-tos. Now, I'm not saying, okay, you've got to bring all them go-tos in at once, because let's face it, when you're feeling a little bit funky or a little bit low, you're not going to suddenly get up the next day and meditate and then go to the gym and then do your gratitude and write in your journal. It ain't going to happen because it's too big of a mountain to climb when you're not feeling good. So what I want you to do is think of 4 things that you can bring in. 4 things that you do that make you feel good. I sat outside the gym the other week and I was thinking, I really don't want to go in. But I went in because I knew that once I've been in there, my momentum would start to change and I would start getting out of this funk. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of 4 things Just 4 things that you feel you enjoy doing or you know can get you out of this funk. And if you're feeling in a funky situation, maybe with your business, maybe it's getting on top of you, maybe your career, your job, whatever it is that's getting on top of you, and even the weather. Some of us thrive in the sun, some of us don't thrive in the winter months. It's up to you, whatever it is. But all I'm saying to you is find 4 things and then choose one of them, not all 4, just one of them, to start creating a different momentum to get you back out on top, to get you out of this funk. I would love to hear, as I always do, please send me an email or send me a message on my social media and let me know how you got out your funk, or what are the 4 things that you use to get yourself out of this funk. People sometimes say to me, "Oh, are you happy all the time?" I wish. I try to be happy, but life throws curveballs at us all the time, every day. Some we see coming, some we don't see coming. And what can happen is when these curveballs get thrown at you, it can knock you off course or knock you off kilter. And it can send you down a different route and a momentum of not feeling like yourself, not wanting to get up and get dressed. Especially these winter months, I talk about this quite a bit. People are like, no, don't want to get out the bed, want to stay in my PJs all day. Now that's okay. Stay in your PJs all day and have a bed day. That is great, but don't do it all the time. I've got a friend who, her and her husband, they love to have a bed day. So they actually schedule it in, and that's good. I think that's quite cool, but some of us end up in the bed, wrapped up and think, I don't want to get out the bed because I'm not doing today. Schedule a bed day in. Don't take it when you feel like that. All right. So if you are in a bit of a funk, as I say, whether it's with your business, whether it's with your family, whoever it's with, your career, your friends, doesn't matter. Even if it's with yourself, because we usually get in a bit of a funk about ourselves. I want you to think of 4 things, choose one of them. And if you haven't got one, use one of mine, put your hand on your heart first thing in the morning and give gratitude for what you've got. Okay? So if you're in a funk, find 4 things, choose one, start using it every single day, and watch how your funk changes. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to talk to you about today is we're always really, really hard on ourselves. When we set goals and we set tasks or we want to reach these dreams, a lot of the time we think about how it will benefit other people or what goals have we got. They're usually external. But think about yourself. If you look after yourself and you appreciate you and really give thanks for you, then things change. Think of this. How easy is it to go up to your friend and say, how are you? You look absolutely amazing today. Give you a hug. If you need me, I'm here. But how many times have you ever looked in the mirror and said, you know what? You look absolutely amazing today. I'm so proud of what you've achieved, where you've come from, what you've done. And I just want to give you a hug and tell you I love you. How many times have you ever done that? Majority of us will turn around and say, maybe none. This was one of the biggest wake-up calls I had when I first went to a Tony Robbins seminar in 2018. Especially being a nurse and doing the psychic mediumship and the coaching, what I do, I can look after everybody else. But when was the last time I looked after me? I told me that I loved me. And this is where we need to start. If your friend was having a funky day and she was lying in bed and she didn't want to get out the bed and you knew all the tools and strategies, because straight away you will know what to do and what to say to get your friend out that bed or to get her back on track or to get her off the couch. Don't forget, she's allowed a couch day and she's also allowed a bed day, but not to stay there, yeah? What would you say to your friend? How much effort and care would you put into your friend to get her back off her funk? It would be absolutely huge. One of your families, one of your friends, people who you care for, even a colleague in work, If you're looking after people in work, if you're looking after people in your job, you would do everything and give everything. And I am saying to you today that this is my gift, if you like, to you to say, come on, do it to you. It's okay to do it to you today. So it's about you looking after you. So if you put you first, we always want to help other people. We always want to give to other people. But if you actually give to you first and fill up your cup, what you can give to others is absolutely huge. Your vibration will raise. You will change your goals. You will reach your goals because your energy will be on a different level. So it is absolute paramount that the first person you start looking after is you. The first person you give love for is you. Give yourself a hug right now. Tell yourself that you love yourself. If you're listening to this podcast driving in your car, look in your mirror and say, I love you. And thank you for doing this. Thank you for driving the car. Thank you for being you. We beat ourselves up massively for some of the most trivialist, is that even a word? Trivial things. But we never give gratitude, or very rarely give gratitude to ourselves for what we've achieved. And that's what I want you to do today. So this podcast is called Motivational Medium. Yet I am a medium. Yet I am a psychic. Yet I am a coach. Yet I am a carer. Yet I am a nurse. Yet I am a mum. But first of all, I am me and the person that I need to show care for and show love for. So I show up on these podcasts. So I show up on my business. So I show up in my family. The first person I need to look after is me. So when I have a funk or when life happens, which it always does, we're in this journey called life. So if you're holding on and you're expected to be plain sailing, sometimes we have the bumps, but if we have the tools or the suspension to ride these bumps, then we all come out the other side. Now, don't forget, find the things that you want to achieve, your rebound, your reset. As I say, mine's me journaling, meditation, the gym, and the gratitude for 3 things of a morning. So you find yours or use one of mine and watch how it changes. You've got to give love back to you for everyone else to benefit from you. It's so hard looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. Whereas you would find it so easy to someone on the street who needed your help, you would be there. People who used to come into my hospital, I was there. I would walk into people's families when I was working as a palliative care nurse and straight away look after all of them. Didn't even know who they was. So why do we find it so hard to bring that love back to us? And that's because we have a critical mind. We criticize a lot of what we do. We judge what we do. We never celebrate our wins. So I want you to celebrate your wins. Look back on what you've achieved. No judgment. Look back on where you've come from. And if your journey hasn't been easy, pat yourself on the back because you've done amazing. I always laugh and say, we want this life to be as smooth as possible. And I think it's the last chapter of my book. I always used to say, hold on and enjoy this ride we call life. Because none of us get out alive anyway. Well, we do. We live in the spirit world, yeah? However, don't be gently climbing towards the end. Absolutely throw your hands in the air and just enjoy this journey we call life. It will throw ups and downs at you, but now you've got a rebound. Now you've got a tool. Now, I'm not saying, it's like a magic pill. You're going to give thanks for 3 things of a morning and the world's going to be a fantastic place. But shut things off. Don't listen to the news. I couldn't tell you the last time I listened to the news. It doesn't make me feel good, so I don't do it. Yeah, if social media doesn't make you feel good, come off it. You have control, and this is about you taking back control. So by putting your hand on your heart and giving thanks for 3 things every morning, that will lift your vibration. It will lift your energy. By switching off the news, it will make you feel better. People say, well, isn't that like sticking your head in the sand? So I like my head in the sand. I like to see what I want to see. I don't want to see what I don't want to see. So that's what I do. It's up to you what you guys do. These are just tips and hints on how to rebound, how to change your life. You know, they work for me, they work for my clients, they work for a lot of my friends and family. So what have you got to lose? Give it a try. Put your hands on your heart, open your eyes of a morning and give thanks for 3 things. It could be your breath. It could be the rooms that you're living in. It could be your legs. If you've got legs, it could be your arms if you've got arms. Yeah. Whatever it is, give thanks for 3 things every morning and watch your vibration will change. This could be your reset. Now, I said to you in the beginning, don't change your reset. My reset is as normal as it is setting me into a routine. It is normal as brushing my teeth. Yeah. So first thing in the morning, I don't even have to think about it now. I'm already saying 3 things to be grateful for. I've set it as a routine and it does help. Okay, so raise your vibrational energy. Gratitude, journaling, gratitude journal. Like I have my shit to shine journal. So I have that one. And I also do my meditation and I also go to the gym. And you want to see me sometimes at 6:30 of the morning when I'm sitting outside that gym, nearly crying because I don't want to go in. But I know when I've gone in and I've done it, I will feel better. And I set myself up for twice a week, 3 times a week. And anything over that is an absolute bonus. So set yourself up for success. And I'll talk to you about setting yourself up for success on another podcast. Okay. But I just want to get down to one of the questions as well. So I had a question from a lovely lady called Nicole. She sent me a question. She said that years ago, she used to hear, feel and sense things. But over the years, as life's got in the way and as she become really, really busy with life, it started to shut down. And now she feels like she's lost this ability, this natural intuition, if you like. And she said, how can I get it back? So if you feel like you've done that as well, because that happened to me with having the kids, when your kids are babies, everything gets in the way of this and you lose a little bit of your intuition. And to get it back, what I would say is find a group or maybe go to the spiritualist church, find a psychic development group where you feel really comfortable, reach out to like-minded people, maybe go to a Reiki group or something, but just make the first step and reach out and just turn up, you'll enjoy it. You're not going to be the best one in the group, but that doesn't matter because the one who is the best one in the group was once there where you was. Who actually wasn't. Yeah. It doesn't matter. That's our own ego, if you like, thinking, oh my God, am I going to look silly or whatever? It doesn't mean that. Go and find a beautiful group, maybe in a church, one of the spiritualist churches or one of the psychic development groups that are around your area and just turn up. The people in these groups are lovely and really welcoming. And then you'll find one that really suits you. So Nicole, that would be my first step. Find yourself a group. Find yourself somewhere where you fit in. These groups now can be face-to-face or they can actually be online. I run a psychic development group that's on Zoom. I run that once a month. If you wanted anyone else out there who wanted to join that group, please jump on the website and have a little look. More than welcome. Come along. There's no lock-in. You can come along and see how you feel. And we'll take it from there. We've got a brilliant bunch of ladies in there at the moment. Sorry, men. There's no men in there at the minute. You men are all welcome, but there isn't any in there at the minute. So, Nicole, find yourself a lovely group and go along or jump on and see how you go. And good luck. Let us know how you get on. All right, guys. Now, our angel card for this week as well. I've just pulled an angel card out. Now, this is for the light workers of the world. So, you've got your angels, you've got your nurses, you've got your carers, you've got your healers, you've got your spiritual practitioners. Now, when this card come out for me today, it was to do with all of you guys, which made me laugh because of what we were talking about today was all about looking after everybody else, but we never look after ourselves. And when this card come out, it just made me feel like, yeah, Anne-Marie, this was exactly the podcast that needed to be spoken about today because these guys need to start looking after themselves. All right, guys? but it also has a little world on this card as well. So if you can, and you really deserve this, you need to have a little break, whether it be a little holiday at home or a holiday abroad or a holiday just down the road in a caravan or whatever it is that you enjoy. It's time to step back, recharge your batteries, and then you can go forward again. Okay, so for all you healers out there, you light workers out there, you carers, people that look after anybody else, this week's card is for you. It's time to step back, have a little breather, and then step forward. And I know a lot of you will be screaming at this going, how am I supposed to step back? I can't take time off. I can't. And what you're really saying is, I won't. And when we say, I won't, it makes me realize that the only reason we won't do it is because it's too hard. So it's up to you. But with this card coming out, it means it's time to recharge your batteries. Step back to step forward. I hope you've enjoyed this week's podcast, and don't forget your reset. 4 things and choose one and work on that one thing until you start feeling that change, that shift within your energy, and then bring something else in. Okay? This is how we reach our goals, and this is how we get ourselves out of the funk. I hope you've enjoyed the podcast, and I look forward to you listening to some more. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe so that when the podcast comes out, you'll be the first to know that it's out on any of the platforms that you listen from. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care, guys, and have the best week. And don't forget, sometimes we have to step back to step forward. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this show. It's important to note that while I'm here to inspire, encourage, and guide you, I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, or a doctor. Join me again in 2 weeks for more captivating revelations on the supernatural. Remember to be in with a chance to have your questions answered on the podcast. Subscribe to my newsletter at amarylord.com. Stay in the tribe to vibe. I appreciate you guys. See you next time.